Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are going to do day one of our Yosemite vacation. Most of this day was traveling. We flew into the little airport in Fresno, which was amazing. It took about 2 hours drive from Fresno to get to Yosemite. An hour of that is actually driving to the entrance of the park, and then there's another hour once you're through the entrance to the valley floor into the lodge. Some of this is a little bit based on traffic, which we didn't have too many issues, and the scenery was gorgeous. We got to see rolling hills, we got to see farms, towns, forest, and we even got to drive through the Sierra National Forest, which kind of borders all of Yosemite. It was interesting in that a lot of the areas in the national forest had burn marks on the trees from where they were either doing prescribed burns or from the big fires that they've had in California that you've heard about in the news. One thing to remember is that if you are going to be going anytime there may be snow on the ground, chains are required to enter Yosemite National Park. So on the way there, we did have to stop in Oakhurst and pick up some chains. Since we came in through the park's south entrance, it was only about 4 miles before we hit the historic Wawona Hotel. Recently, this hotel's name has been changed to the Big Trees Lodge due to a previous concessioner saying that they own rights to the names. From here, it's about 27 miles to the Yosemite Valley, but this hotel is best known for being so close to the Mariposa Grove. Unfortunately, at that time, the Mariposa Grove was closed. As we pass this gas station, this is another big note here. If you need to get gas, you need to go ahead and get it here because gas stations are few and far between in Yosemite. I would recommend trying to get gas outside of the park because outside of the park it's around $3 when we were there, but inside the park it was around $4 or $4.50. From this point on, you start gaining elevation again, and you have to get up to around 6,000 feet before you start dropping back down into the valley. To my right here is Badger Pass, where you can go ahead and go up that road to some really awesome lookout points. This was our first view of the valley coming down. It was at this point that I started to get really excited because I was pretty sure that that was the valley, which meant that we were almost done traveling. The next part that I wanted was tunnel view. Even though it was starting to snow on us during this time, coming out of that tunnel was amazing. It was so beautiful and so breathtaking. You realize now why that view is so famous. The rest of the drive down, Cody and I were just looking up at the sky the whole way there. It was hard to keep your eyes on the road because you kept wanting to look up to see more waterfalls and amazing granite peaks. As we follow the Merced River down through the valley to the Yosemite Valley Lodge, I just want to take a minute to say that we came at a really great time and that there were not that many people within the park at the beginning of our stay. Yosemite National Park is an extremely popular park, and so what I would recommend doing is, if you're driving in, take advantage of the buses and the ability to walk around the valley to see the sights, because if you leave, you may not have another parking spot until all of the people coming in just for the day have left. They also have buses that if you are staying outside of the park, you can hop on those buses and they will drive you into the park and drop you off. Another important thing to remember, especially during the summertime when bears are more active, is that you want to make sure you pull everything out of your car, anything that may look like food to a bear, because they definitely will break into your car to get to that, and that's definitely not something you want to explain to your rental car company. This is the part of the lodge that we stayed at. We were situated in Cedar, and all of them were broken up into these little, almost motel type situations where this one had a bottom row and it also had an upstairs, and we were set in the upstairs. This last view is a view of our room, walking into it and looking out the window onto the pool, which was closed, and up to a really awesome view of Yosemite Falls, which we could just not capture with our GoPro. In the left-hand corner, I'll put a picture of the view of the falls from our room that I captured with my DSLR camera. And as always, I hope you guys like this video. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe below. Have a great day.